This episode of the Tin Dog Podcast is dedicated to Mark Nuttall for donating and becoming a patron over at patreon.com/tindog. If you'd like a show dedicated to you, why not nip over there now and become a patron?
Scanning for audio.
Welcome to a Tin Dog Podcast, this time talking about main range number 206, The Shield of Jotun. Now, for me, one of the things that's very important about any Doctor Who title is that you can pronounce what it's called. Jotun. Yeah, that's going to put you off on some level, going, I'd like that one, please. Unless, of course, you've heard someone call it that already, and then you know how to say it. But if you didn't know how to say it, you might go, no. So perhaps that's just something for future, because as far as I'm concerned, that's the only thing wrong with this story. Now, yes, I'm on record, and I've been on record for a long time, saying that I've enjoyed the Big Finish version of Doctor Who on levels far outweighing TV Doctor Who. Now, even this season of TV Doctor Who, which has been remarkably strong, is still kind of almost pipped at the post by Big Finish's output. Now, I'm not under contract to say nice things about Big Finish, and you know that if I don't like a story, I will tell you, but this isn't going to be added to that list. Even the people on Divergent Universe Forum, that's the forum that replaced the Big Finish forum, there's a link on the Tin Dog Podcast webpage if you want to pop in, have been saying really, really nice things about this particular story. In fact, one of the only things that's been negative about this story is the cover. You see, Miranda Raisin, who plays Constance Clark, in the story, it's actually commented that she's wearing her uniform from the Second World War. That makes complete sense. There's even a bit about her laddering her stockings. But on the cover, she seems to be wearing the stuff she was wearing for the recording session, stuff that she wasn't wearing even remotely in the story. Now, yes, we've had the incorrect Cybermen on the wrong box and all that business years ago, but in these enlightened days, people tend to get things like this right. So perhaps there needs to be another edition of this story, or perhaps people just need to get Miranda Raisin into a uniform. Why does that sound so much more dodgy than it was meant? Shall we talk about the story instead? I think it's best. Now, obviously, I'm going to be talking at great length about this story, but what's it about? Well, the synopsis reads as follows. In 2029 AD, in the desert of Arizona, billionaire philanthropist Dr. Hugo Macht is trying to save the world from climate change. But his great project to scrub the sky clean with his nanomachines grinds to an unexpected halt when his diggers break into something unexpected, a Viking burial barrow containing 8 corpses, a mysterious shield and an even more mysterious inscription, and yet a more mysterious traveller in time and space known only as the Doctor. And that's not even the strangest part of Dr. Mark's day. Soon it will begin to snow. Soon the Doctor and his girl Friday, Mrs. Constance Clark, will come face to face with an ancient horror in the blizzard, a frost giant in need of a new body, in need of flesh. Written by Ian Eglinton and directed, yes, this is directed by, pay attention, Louise Jameson. Yeah, you heard that correctly. Leela directing a Doctor Who story. We know she's written some, and she's written a really good Survivors episode. But here, she's directing. Now, I know she's done a lot of directing work for the stage, but it's nice to see Big Finish having complete faith, and, in this case, completely justifiable faith, in her abilities. She's pulled off something very, very quickly, and remarkably good, and produced something great. It's a brilliant little story. It's not overly connected with anything else, so if you're looking for a jumping on point, again, anything from main range release 200 is an ideal jumping on point. Just feel free to go for it. So yes, there's some wonderful imagery, and the storyline does go off at a bit of a well, a Viking-shaped tangent at one point, but as the whole thing's Viking-based, it's really not a problem. You could imagine this on TV being slightly more disappointing than it ever could be on audio, because the effects are so much better when you just can't see them. On some levels, Miranda's character is, well, not an extension of Maggie Stables as Evelyn, because she's younger, but she also is of a certain time period and a certain sensibility, similar to Maggie Stables. Yes, the actress is considerably younger, which allows a totally new take and it not to be a rehashing of things, but her sensibilities and outlook on life and the way she refers to the Doctor and interacts with him is along the same lines, and that's brilliant for the Sixth Doctor. Colin's Doctor is great. And yes, everyone always bangs on about how Big Finish were the great redeemers, but they've taken the original character and given us back just a tweak here and a tweak there, or character development, as it's known in the trade. And yeah, we've ended up with something brilliant. So yeah, a great story from a guy who has written far, far too many 2000 AD stories and is a great comics writer. You can tell that there's a comics sensibility behind the whole of the narrative, and that's not a bad thing, because Doctor Who is, at its core, an adventure series, with big ideas and even bigger effects. So yeah, as always, a fantastic output, part of the main range. Number 206, bring on 207. So until next time, where I'll be talking about Doctor Who, here's the trailer, and be seeing you.
To all of those who read my words, heed me and beware.
Coming soon from Big Finish Productions, Doctor Who, Shield of the Jotun.
Burnt Oak, Arizona 2029.
It's a tomb.
A Viking burial barrow.
In Arizona?
I am Herger, son of Ulfric, grandson of Rithel, last of the High Chieftains of the North.
Look here. The chieftain was clutching something to his chest.
A shield would seem to fit the bill.
A shield, yes.
My blood, breath, and bones now stand watch in this alien soil, so that my people may be spared the evil we have borne here with us.
I think we have a means of combating these Jotun, but even so we face grave odds.
The creature. It's outside.
It's a monster. It's killed 2 people already. It'll be us next.
It's trying to dig us out.
Behind you.
Run! Run as far and as fast as your limbs and lungs will take you.
Big Finish. We love stories.
You've been listening to the Tin Dog Podcast, available on RSS, iTunes, Stitcher, Audio Boom and Tumblr. Doctor Who and its associated works are copyright of the BBC. No infringement is intended. You can contact the show, donate, buy merchandise or find out more about my other projects by visiting the Tin Dog Podcast homepage and clicking on the links. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance. Hi, this is Michael, host of the Tin Dog Podcast, and I've got a competition for you to enter. Win the limited edition, that's the numbered boxed set, of all 10 of the Doctor Who Christmas specials on Blu-ray with limited edition art cards, all absolutely free. All you have to do to enter this competition is send me an email with this one question. Who or what is the hybrid in this series of Doctor Who? Send your answer to tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk by December the 15th and I'll pop it in the post regardless of what country you're in. So until next time, be seeing you.
Tonight,